Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Charioteer. It's a Tier 8 British premium, well, it's not premium actually, it's a turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Siegfried Line, and this one is under the command of Captain Ashstorm. Okay, we're off. Now, this is an upgraded Cromwell. Originally it was known as the FD4 101 tank. They built between 200 and 442 out of Cromwells that the British Army already had. And if he's got the top gun, he's got a 120mm. Yes, oh, he's got a 105mm. It's not the 120, sorry. The 105mm, and he's got HESH rounds. So he's capable of doing 480 alpha with those shots. And with standard APCR, I think that's standard APCR 390. But this Centurion 7-1 has already got to the position before him, so he's playing second fiddle for the moment. So he's having to poke over the edge, and oh dear, yeah, Cromwell tries to pull back, drives straight into Captain Ashstorm. Captain Ashstorm gets a lovely shot on the Progetto there, 523. Now remember, that was HESH. And the HESH rounds are capable of 480, so that was a high roll. Second shot doesn't do any damage to the T-54. He's got that T-54 side on. He should be able to do a lot of damage. And he does, 424. It's a low roll again. He should be able to put a big dent in that ELC. Work it out, that's it. Lovely, 449. He's racking up the damage now. It would have been so much better if that Centurion had not moved to that bush and allowed Captain Ashstorm to do his job properly. But no, he has to interfere, and Captain Ashstorm kills the Progetto 46. You see, that's what the Centurion should have done. He should have gone hull down and used that ridgeline and poked over the top whilst Captain Ashstorm was doing the rest. And it certainly looks like the enemy Arty is over in the corner, because that's where the tracers came from. Now, the enemy Arty in this game is a Batchat 155-55 and a GW Tiger P. So I suspect that's the Batchat. Misses the shot on the ELC. It just goes into the ground a short distance away. And he's now behind the bunkers, so there's not a lot we can do just now. There's still 2 enemy tanks in the field, plus of course that Arty. Originally, the Charioteer was armed with the 20-pounder gun, the 83.4mm gun. These tanks were produced during the 1950s. Oh, lovely shot in the ELC, 443. Pardon me. The kill went to the FB4202s out in the field. It's got a fully rotating head and good gun depression. It's got a reasonable top speed and a great top gun with the HESH rounds, with reasonable penetration as well. The bad thing is the bad dispersion. It's got very thin armour indeed. The turret armour is only 30 at the front, 25 at the sides and 30 at the rear. And the hull has only got 63mm, so it's its strongest, and that's on the front of the vehicle. Okay, he's keyed up another. He's got the HESH round next, but he's actually keyed up an APCR for his next shot after that. Okay, we've got a Pantera up there, who really won't need the premium rounds. But that 257, is he where he can hit him? No, he's not. Okay, Pantera's round the other side, so he's well away. Can he get a shot into any of the enemy over there? Well, he might be able to hit that standard B, but he's been spotted. And he gets around into the standard B for 485, which is a low roll. Trouble is, he doesn't want to move up because that guy is going to be looking for a shot this direction. Oh, he's popped up, and yet the standard B can possibly see him, and does. But he puts another round into the guy for 427 this time. In fact, actually, remember, he's using the APCR this time round, so his alpha has dropped to 390, so that was a high roll actually. Can he get a kill shot? No, the guy's gone into cover, and he did rise up. He's going for a pixel shot. He gets it! Now apparently a lot of the tanks that they actually built were used in the British Army on the Rhine, BAOR, as of course IS-3 killers should the Soviets ever cross the border. They weren't needed, of course, and in fact a lot of them were scrapped. I think some of them were used as range targets. It's got a Meteor engine, of course, because it's based on the Cromwell tank. And oh, target, Cromwell, yeah, easily. Now he's pulled back out there to see if he can get down. Gun depression's 10 degrees, so it's very good on gun depression. You only poke the top of the turret over the ridgeline. Unless it's a tight ridgeline like that, which makes it very difficult to come up unless you expose a little bit of the tank. There's an IS-3A there. Now that Conqueror's going to pull out any second because he's right at the corner. But he's going to go for the IS-3A, so he's poking forward. There is a Scorpion in the field. I hope he knows that. Puts around into the IS-3A and has completed whatever mission he was intending to do. It's actually Tank Destroyer 9. Yeah, I'd be worried about that Scorpion. We don't see him at the moment. It is the Tier 8 Scorpion, so it's the non-premium. He's trying to see if there was any outline at all by wiggling his mark. There's the Scorpion. That's why I was worried about, because he might pull forward and give the Scorpion a nice little shot into him. And oh my gum! That's not what you want to see. Track him. Got him. Tracked him. He's backing down through the gate again. Okay, if that Scorpion decides to come out here and do any damage, and of course he could one-shot Captain Ashstorm, but in order to do that he's got to present himself through those gates, and Captain Ashstorm would finish him off. And it looks like he's going around to try and attack Captain Ashstorm from the other side. And of course that was a fatal decision because the T-10 could see him and took him out of the equation. So he's back in the garage. There's still some enemy tanks to get rid of, including that Scorpion, the P-44 that we saw earlier. And they've also got a GW Tiger and a Jag Tiger. Well, we think the GW Tiger is probably the Arty that was out in the field. It could be the Batchat, but the Batchat's been killed. There's the Scorpion. He's got a shot. And he gets it. In fact, that was a low roll because he was using the Hesh. At least I think he was using the Hesh. Was he actually... No, he may have keyed up the Hesh. So that might have been an APCR round instead. In which case it was an average roll. Pantera's gone. Okay, so he's knocking a tree down to provide him with a little bit of cover, so he drops off and the Scorpion can't see him, just in case the Scorpion comes up. T-10's a lot closer. If the Scorpion elects to shoot the T-10, Captain Ashstorm will shoot the Scorpion instead. Using the opportunity to get forward, moves another bush. Now he's below the gun depression of the Scorpion. The Scorpion would have to expose himself in order to get a shot on him. Pops up over the ridgeline. There he is! Just the top of the vehicle, and that's all he needs. And that finishes him off, which means now there's only one enemy left. It's the GW Tiger P. He was over in that corner, so it must have been the Batchat 155-55 that was out in the field. And he kills him as well with one more shot to get 4 kills and finish the game. Well done. Here's the end of battle results for the Charioteer game on Siegfried Line. Captain Ashstorm got an ace tanker in that game. It's not the first time he's had an ace tanker, he's had them before. And he also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He did get 4 exactly. Master Gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, and a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He got the high caliber, he dealt the most damage in that game overall. And he also got a tank sniper for doing most of that damage at long range of at least 300 meters, 8 shots and 85% accuracy. His win rate from the battle was 9,975. Let's have a look at team score. At 5,393, the next highest scorer in the game was the Pantera 3869, and after that the T30 managed 3312, so 5,393, that's really going. When it came to kills, he's got the tops on that one again. 4 kills, 2 kills to the T30, the Object 430, the T10, the T28, and on the enemy team they're Pantera and a Jagdtiger. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,339, he's the only player to get over 1,000. 871 went to the T10, who also picked up a steel wall. 862 went to that Centurion 7-1, who should have picked that a better position to fire from at the start of the game. And the M40, M43 picked up a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else in the team. Captain Ashlain fired 16 rounds, got 14 direct hits and 14 penetrations, 1 splash, damage of 5,393 hit points, of which 3,939 were at more than 300 meters, so the vast majority of the damage he did was at long range. 2 hits received, both penetrations. I'm afraid one of those came from that IS-3A who charged him down and tried to get him, but actually got hit in return, which didn't really help him. And 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 4 were killed, 309 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 61,536 credits, got 40,000 credits for completing a mission, 101,536 credits altogether. After repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he took away a profit of 16,171 credits, but if he'd actually been on a free-to-play account, he would have made a loss. 2008 XP, 7,033 for completing a mission, took away 9,041 experience points altogether. He says, oops, I aced it again. Yeah, I think he's got a habit of actually acing in the Charioteer. It's a very, very good tank actually, and although it lacks armor, I mean, you really seriously, chronically lacks armor, it's got a fabulous gun. And it really can badly damage the enemy. So yes, it's the L7A1 gun actually. It's the British gun from the Centurion 7-1, the same one. But it really does damage the enemy. As long as you can stand off so that the enemy can't hit you, you can rack up huge amounts of damage. In many ways, you might say that this tank destroyer is very similar to the Scorpion or the SU-130PM, without, of course, having their very, very high DPM, because, of course, they have that either a big 13cm gun or a 128mm gun. This is only a 105. Now, admittedly, I did say 120, but the 120 is actually from one of the higher tiers of the tech tree. So I got it wrong in that case. But yes, the 105mm gun is really good. And so this tank destroyer, once you get to it, you're going to have a lot of fun with it. Just remember to stay as far away from the enemy as you can, because if you try to get too close, with that lack of armor, you are going to take some hits. So don't let them hit you. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.